That's a hell of a win. You know what I love? I love when you guys indirectly tell your coach, relax, we got it. We got it. All right? That's exactly what you guys did out there. You know what good teams do? They don't give a shit who they play. They don't care about the environment, who's playing for them, who's playing for us, what the records are. When you smell competition, you show up. And you guys just proved it again today. You did what you're supposed to do. You did exactly what you're supposed to do. That's what good teams do. Guys, that's 4. You just keep your attitude just like it is right now. And we'll go wherever we want to go, I promise you. I've seen too much of it. I've seen way too much ball as a player and a coach. Trust me, we'll be all right. We'll be just fine. We got the right dudes in this room. We got the right dudes and the right coaches.
The Detroit Lions were arguably without 2 of their best players on offense, with Jahmyr Gibbs and Amon-Ra St. Brown out of this game, but Detroit didn't miss a beat. Jared Goff came out here, threw 3 touchdown passes in the first half of this game, ran all over the Carolina Panthers, but man, is their offensive line really good. Frank Ragnow had 30 pass blocking snaps, 0 pressures allowed. Throughout the first 5 games of the season, the Lions have accumulated 9 passing touchdowns and 9 rushing touchdowns as well. And, the last time they did this was a long time ago, but their offense has been clicking on all cylinders. We saw Jameson Williams come out here for the first time, maybe not as productive as we want him to be, but he is only going to start ramping up over the past or next couple of weeks here. But man, Detroit looks really good. Their offensive line is stunning. Their wide receivers look really good, but they're gritty. They fight, they want to win, and they work really hard in order to do so. We also are seeing Sam Laporta, another rookie. And this seems like the Lions are hitting on every single one of their draft picks. Sam Laporta this season, 289 receiving yards, first among all tight ends, 3 touchdowns, tied with first all tight ends, and 14 first downs, tied first within all tight ends as well. And then the defense, don't get me started with the defense. They've only allowed 342 rushing yards through the first 5 games of the season, the fewest allowed through 5 games in a long time. And Aiden Hutchinson, the entirety of this defensive line is just making an impact on this defense right now. And defensively, they're allowing the 3rd least amount of rushes per game, the 3rd least yards allowed per rush. They're allowing 0.6 rushing touchdowns per game, and they're also allowing only 68.4 rushing yards per game as well. The defense has been looking insane, and you just have to give credit where credit is due. And specifically what I'm trying to say here is, man, the coaching staff, the front office have done such an amazing job getting these guys together, building a culture here in Detroit, and it's really coming along well. Like we said earlier, Penei Sewell is a guy who they've been bringing along very well. I mean, he, in week 5, had 0 pressure allowed. They were so good protecting Jared Goff, so good giving him time in the pocket, making sure that, nobody was going to get in his way. No one was going to, disrupt him at all. And then, Aiden Hutchinson, another guy they drafted very highly. They're making sure he's coming up and he's developing well, applying 35 quarterback pressures, and that's pretty much top of the NFL. He's up there with Myles Garrett and Aaron Donald and all of these big guys. He's up there. And when you're in the conversation with those guys, you know how much that means. You know how much that plays a factor in this team. I mean, god damn. And this is really just the beginning. They're only starting to, build confidence, build chemistry as we go down, and they're just making plays. Dan Campbell has done a great job with these guys. They're now 4-1 and are alone at the top of the division in October. And, this is the first time since 2016 that they have won 12 of their last 15 games, dating back to last season as well. And it's no secret, they have one of the best offensive lines in the entirety of the NFL. Continues to show. They made everything seem easy. I mean, David Montgomery had one of the biggest days I've ever seen. Now their trade, I know DeAndre Swift is looking pretty good over there in Philadelphia, but David Montgomery with 109 rushing yards became the first Lion to run for 100-plus yards and score in 2 straight games since Kevin Jones in 2004. And then rookie tight end caught 2 touchdown passes in the first half. Here I just want to kind of show you where they rank offensively. Number 4 in terms of points per game, number 5 in terms of points per play, number 6 in yards per play, yards per game. They have been electric. Number 3 in touchdowns scored per game, number 8 in red zone scoring percentage. Today's video is brought to you by Underdog Underdog Fantasy. And if you love playing fantasy sports like football, basketball, baseball, and so many other sports, but also love being able to win money, you're going to want to stick around for this whole segment. Introducing Underdog Fantasy, the ultimate platform for fantasy sports lovers. Do you want to experience the thrill of drafting your team and competing for huge prizes? Well, look no further. With Underdog Fantasy, you get access to a wide range of fantasy sports, including football, basketball, baseball, and so much more. But here's what makes Underdog Fantasy stand out from all of those other apps. They've got quick and user-friendly drafting process, a unique and exciting game formats, fair and competitive contests for all skill levels, and attractive bonuses and promotions. Not only can you draft teams and compete with others, but you can also play a game of higher and lower, which is personally my favorite thing to do on there, but you can potentially win 20 times the money you put down. And if you use code MattyDubs when you sign up, Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. And what that means is basically when you deposit, let's say $100, they'll give you a free $100 to use and play with. Click the link in the description to get started, or head to the website right now to start dominating the fantasy world. And don't miss out on all the fun. Be a part of the Underdog community starting now. And don't forget, if you use code MattyDubs, they'll match your first deposit up to $100. Let's get started. Get into drafts with me starting today. Even the defense is, creating turnovers, getting to the quarterback, forcing them to make, ill will passes and bad throws every which way. And even Aiden Hutchinson is becoming the first NFL defensive lineman to have 4 interceptions in his first 2 seasons in the NFL. He's been amazing, and these turnovers pretty much stopped any potential momentum that the Carolina Panthers tried to come back. They did bounce back down 14-0, but man, Detroit Lions started to pound on them. Getting into the fourth quarter, it was, once we hit the fourth quarter, it was pretty much over with. But other than that, we saw Jameson Williams, like I said, he came into the game after suspension. I think, he had maybe 2 catches, but a very key block in the run game for Dave Montgomery's touchdown. He's going to continue to work into the offense. I think Emmanuel Mosley suffered what seemed to be a very bad injury. We'll see what happens with him. Brian Branch, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Amon-Ra St. Brown were all out in this game, which is crazy to even think about because those are 3 very big players for this team. And once they're healthy, once they fully get healthy, this team is going to be looking absolutely terrifying from here on out. Let me know what you guys think about the Lions in the comment section down below. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.